Thank you for joining. We've been talking about God's love, but we've been clarifying the distinction between the love of men, the natural love, the love that gives us to love our children, the love that God built in us, just like He built into even the animals have love for their cubs and their newborns. They'll protect them with their life. So is it with the love of a mother and parents. They will grab their children, grip them out of the snares of any kind of danger, animal or drowning or whatever the case may be. And so there's that love that we have and compassion that we have for what we love. But then there's also the love of God. It's a much greater and deeper love than we could ever understand. There's a love that God has for us that we in the natural sense cannot really comprehend. You know, we think about, and some people say, well, I've heard people talk about God and, the Old Testament. Let's speak about the things that God did and allowed. There's some things we don't need to question. As we are the clay, He is the potter. Will the clay say unto the potter who made it and designed it, why have you made me this way? See, that's how ridiculous it sounds when we begin to question God. Why, Lord, did you allow these killings? Now, I can explain it, but I don't think it would be the answer you're looking for. Excuse me. I can explain that God had a purpose, and the very first war that took place was in heaven. And from that point on, there has been wars. God had to intervene. When you're talking about a God who is divinity, majestic, holy, out sin perfect. When you're talking about a God who is the creator of this world, the stars and the moon and the waters divided, and all the creatures that were made, how can you dare question God when we are just a speck on the earth? You ever been in a plane so high and you can still kind of see the cars that look like little toys? God doesn't see us as toys, but I'm giving you an example of his majestic, his power. He's omnipotent, omnipresent, omniscient. He's everywhere at once. He knows everything, and he's all power. And you want to question, again, I said I could explain, I could try to explain it to you because I already understand it. That everything that God did in those days was to keep a lineage that would be holy, pure, and out of that lineage that God had to, it cost bloodshed, it cost lives, it cost people's lives. And you're talking about not just people in general that were against God, because most of the destruction came to those who were against God.